I want to be the one that will warn you about this new moon in Pisces on 27th, 28th of February. And this is especially for people pleasers or people that have issues with setting clear boundaries. And we will get to that. But in general, a lot of astrologers are saying that this is dreamy, this is intuitive, this is emotional and healing energy, and it's true. But that there are the traps that I would like to make sure that you will not fall into. So let's get into that. So we have a huge emphasis on Pisces energy during this new moon because almost all the planets are waiting in the queue, like we women are waiting in the huge queue to women's toilet during the travel, and that's that kind of situation. So we have Sun, Moon, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, and North Node in Pisces. That is one thing. The second thing is that ancient ruler of Pisces, Jupiter, will be squaring that new moon. And that adds tension. So, on one hand, we have that fog, that blurry energy. It is like swimming through the oceans and navigating through the ocean with complete fog. So it is not a good time to take any big decisions, obviously, big final decisions, overthinking, gossiping about other people, or ignoring your emotions. It's not a good time for that. Jupiter makes everything bigger when it touches. So here we have a tension because it is square, right? So it might come with super mental energy. Like you might be getting mixed signals. You want to do something, but you get the signals that maybe no, maybe not, maybe that's not the time. There might be also a tendency to like get lost in your thoughts, overthinking, over analyzing as well during that time. So, and people will be super emotional. And because of that square with the Jupiter, people that have issues with setting boundaries, for example, if you are the one that is saying always yes in your work because it's difficult for you to say no and set the boundaries towards your boss, or you have problem with setting boundaries towards your friends, obviously it will depend on where that new moon is for you in your chart. But in general, there is that risk of you either getting more workload on yourself and not being able to set boundaries. So if you are a people pleaser, try to put boundaries in terms of the geographical boundaries and location. If you can, stay at home, work from home. Do not meet with people that you know that are sucking out of your energy, or they are trying to always cross your boundaries. And if that's your mom or your parents, also do not take those calls during that time, because everyone might be super emotional and we are going through different phases of our lives. So there might be people that will be putting and pouring that energy that they have emotionally and that they cannot handle. They will be trying to put that on you. It might be also that your boss will be trying to put more into your workload. So make sure that you do not take too much of the workload and you do not promise too much, because we also need to look that right after this new moon we have Venus retrograde starting. So if you promise too much that you will deliver all of that, and it might be that dreamy energy that you will feel like, "Wah, of course I'll do it, that's not an issue, I will do that in 1 week," might be that you will overestimate or underestimate your capabilities, because Venus is going retrograde and we have super chaotic and super crazy March, but more in the March prognosis about March. Just take that into consideration, that do not promise anything that you are not sure if you can deliver. Remember that you might see everything with pink glasses, meaning that I can do it, no issue. Yes, of course. Chill. Do not fall into that trap of people crossing your boundaries. So if you can stay at home, chill, journal, spend time with the people that are protecting your energy as well. And be aware that a lot of people might be emotional, so there might be emotional outbursts, drama. So pick your battles wisely. With so many planets in um, Pisces, you might already be in that state of energy. It is super easy to escape and do too much, meaning you can go with your friends and say, oh, only one glass of wine, but then it was the whole bottle, right? Mm, it might be that you want to just watch one episode of some kind of series, and then you will binge watch everything and you will procrastinate on other things. This is a super easy energy to fall into that trap, and I want you to be aware of that, because with Pisces we just go with the flow and like, only one episode more, only one episode more, and after a few hours it's like, I watched the whole season. It is super easy to binge watch, binge eat, binge drink, but it is also an opportunity to leave that behind. New moons are the new starts, it is a new beginning, so it is for you to move with intention of leaving something behind and starting a new chapter. So there might be some changes coming, or the highlights, it will be, sorry, super emotional energy. But I want to mention one more thing. If you can avoid having any important meetings during that time, because there might be misinterpretation of your own intentions, what you were saying with that Neptune energy in Pisces, and Neptune is like on the verge of moving to Aries in next month. Yeah, so if you can downtime, meditate, rest, reflect, and set those in like dreamy but flexible intentions. And this is not a fantastic new moon to actually manifest. I don't think that this energy might be, it is too blurry, it is too confusing. And I don't want you to end up like this lady that manifested, I want a rich husband, I want a rich husband, I want a rich husband. And then she got a rich husband, but the rich was his surname. He was not actually rich. I don't want you to get into that. So happy new moon. And if you want to know more about your specific sign, go ahead and go into your rising sign.